I'm Prof Jayakumar. I'm director of Periyar University. I'm one of the directors in the university. I take care of the online education. It's a Center for Online and Distance Education, and which also promotes other online programs like SAP and Six Sigma. I'm also additional director for Center for University Industry and Fraction. Plus, I also belong to the Faculty of Management Studies in the same university. When I tell them about the concept of Six Sigma, just to give them a brief, and I also tell them some success stories where the earlier batches, in my earlier assignment as Dean of a Business School, how they got benefited. So they said, okay, let me try it out. And they attended your program, Six Sigma Green Belt program, and Benchmark Six Sigma were kind enough to give us a good discount for the students. We arranged a special accommodation in Chennai for them, including girl students. So they came in batches, and all of them got very good projects.
Okay.
All of them got projects, and in fact, in this season, there were at least 3 or 4 of them got very good placements. 2 of them abroad. One is, as a teacher, how I look at their personality or their learning style has changed to a great extent, I feel. A mediocre student, after attending the program, they tend to think a little more differently. They tend to think more methodologically or systematically, and I think the personality also changes when they attend such programs, and when they interact with people from the corporate side, in the group, they get connected and they get into a network. Through their connections, they get placed, they get projects, and their style itself changes. Yeah. I recommend actually this Green Belt to be in the 3rd year of engineering or 1st year of management. So what should happen is, when they get into the project semester, they apply this principle in methodology into their projects in the 4th year of engineering, and then it becomes a green belted project,
right,
which any organization would prefer. I had some students, really trying to find a project, and when the company knows that person is already green belt certified, said, okay, why don't you come and do your project here? You
right.
Start off with your green belt project itself. Okay, you know the methodology, now you do the project. From the company side, if the person has somewhat not so good in soft skills or not great in communication, they tend to negate that. They don't say it's okay, but he is a quality person, he is a certified green belt, so he would be good for our organization. So they close their eyes a little bit for the soft skill side, because they have a very fine hard skill like Six Sigma.
Right.
So the company take them, and they do well. A student of mine, he got a great award for quality, and he was not great in communication.
Okay.
Yeah. Today he is a master black belt level 1, and he is an IBA.
Great.
So mediocre students, not so good students, not great in communication, they get well placed.
So in how many years this person has reached that master black belt position?
About 3 years.
3 years time.
Yes.
That is great.
It's very much here and
Right, very nice. In the past, what we have been noticing is that students have been coming as individuals in the past, about 3-4 years ago, and institutional initiatives about Six Sigma have been there, but not very systematically done. Some of the institutes like Symbiosis and Wellinger, they have done some institutional effort in doing these programs regularly. But it has been more by the corporates who have been selecting students as special those who have done Six Sigma Green Belt. And we have some clients who have been hiring these students directly and then, making them go through Green Belt and Black Belt, although they are just engineers. So, do you see this kind of trend coming up in Periyar University? Of course, Chennai has been in the forefront in this area.
Definitely yes, because we found that these students are placed, and it is now, getting word of mouth spread among the students. That's one. Secondly, we wanted to, through this methodology and inculcate a sense of Six Sigma principles and its applications to all the professors in the university. So we started off with an awareness program and creating an academy itself. And our Honorable Vice Chancellor was very, very helpful in, in getting all of them trained. So they propagate further down to the students.
Sure.
So we have about 400 faculties, teaching faculty. So we are going to have in a phased manner training for all of them, and 47 of them already are certified. So now we are in a little bit of distance, but we have that kind of ambience. We can create that kind of facilities to your standards and have it delivered to your quality. We will not compromise on that.
So right, I think that is important. Yes.
Definitely, we will not compromise on that deliverables of Six Sigma methodology when it comes to certification.
Yeah, I think I agree. The faculty has a very important guidance role.
Yes.
And I don't know whether you are aware, we actually have trained NIFT, complete faculty in NIFT Chennai. They all went through Green Belt. And they did very well. They are now doing projects. The faculties also started doing Green Belt projects in the industry, along with the industry.
Particular student, I was not able to place him for about a year or so.
Okay.
I pushed him to do this Green Belt. And he started hanging his CV in some sites, and he said, "Sir, now it's pouring." I said, "What's pouring? I'm getting calls. I'm getting shortlisted." He had difficulty in communication.
Okay.
And he, if I can mention the organization, he was picked up by TCS.
Okay.
After the Green Belt. And then they sponsored him for Black Belt. And then he did very well. And his communication difficulties were overlooked.
Okay.
Because he was very good in the quality process.
Right. Okay.
In fact, he got an award from the company for quality.
Okay, great.
The CEO's award for quality. So I was able to place him for about a year or so.
Okay.
I pushed him to do this Green Belt. And he started hanging his CV in some sites, and he said, "Sir, now it's pouring." I said, "What's pouring? I'm getting calls. I'm getting shortlisted." He had difficulty in communication.
Okay.
And he, if I can mention the organization, he was picked up by TCS.
Okay.
After the Green Belt. And then they sponsored him for Black Belt. And then he did very well. And his communication difficulties were overlooked.
Okay.
Because he was very good in the quality process.
Right. Okay.
In fact, he got an award from the company for quality.
Okay, great.
The CEO's award for quality. So his wife now, she was a small accounts person, and she went into a multinational company. If I can mention the company, it's called Yonex.
Okay.
And she got into branch manager level. I don't know what trick she did. She got the company 3.75 crores profit in 1 year.
Great.
She applied the methodology in 2 domains. She's an accounts person. She did a Green Belt application in finance and in marketing.
Okay.
And the company gave her 3.75 lakhs as just bonus.
Great.
She is also doing very well now. And my students are already placed in Dubai now. And 2 of them green belt certificate. My message for the engineering students, it is a definite value addition. So when they go for placements, project placements, they have a cutting edge in a competitive situation. They can face another premier institution's engineering student who may not be a green belt, for example. They can win over that kind of competition. So it's a definite value addition and a fantastic hard skill for an engineer. For a management student, again, it's the same thing. He or she looks at the problem in a different perspective. And application in management domains is very, very vast as far as Six Sigma is concerned. So they also get placed and they become better managers. And if they are green belt or black belt certified, they scale up very, very fast. They become CEOs and vice presidents, before they can even think of that kind of position. So that way it helps in management also. My message for management, in particular, being a management from the management faculty, to my students, it helped in a great way, particularly project placements and then final placements. They get better companies. Even an ordinary student gets into a multinational company. This is the advantage. And they come over competition from other premier institutions where they are preferred. In fact, in some of the premier institutions, they have incorporated in their curriculum, I believe. For example, in IIMs, I think some of the IIMs they have incorporated in the curriculum itself. But a specific program they do, it is, again, they can beat any of the premier institution guys. As far as my knowledge about benchmark is concerned, I've also seen other institutions offering Six Sigma programs. But when my students go there and come out of the program, they say, here is ultimate quality type of teaching. The ambience they give, the kind of teaching they give is very, very nice. And they make it easy, fun, and also very stiff. Third day it is very, very stiff for them. Fourth day, they are okay. And after certification, they just throw their hands and they say, yeah, I am a green belt. And I think that should be there. It's the methodology of teaching also matters. Not every black belt can, be a good trainer. And I hear that Benchmark has got great trainers. It's one plus. Second, benchmarking yourself into standards. So anybody associating with you also will be greatly benefited.